till January 31st. And I would highly recommend that you apply for this scholarship if you haven't seen my previous presentation. So first of all, the scholarship application, I'm going to actually go through it. I have access to it, so I'm going to show you how it works. But the requirement for applying for it is that you must have a minimum SAT score of 950 or an ACT score of 19 and be in the top half of your class. That's the academic requirements. And the other requirements are be a U.S. citizen, graduated from senior this year. You can even have just graduated in December, this past December. And I'll go over the FAFSA application because I know this has been causing some issues. And especially if you're going to attend a college or university in the state of Texas, whether private or public, it can't be a for-profit one like DeVry. But if it's a public or private college, university in the state of Texas, that's what the scholarship is for. So you have to go to a state college or university in order to use the scholarship. So I am now going to go over to, if I can get over to my next screen. Hang on. There it is. I have actually got an application open. Oh, by the way, and if you go just search for Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Scholarship, it will have a link. Apply here. Now, a lot of people are kind of intimidated by this scholarship application in general, but I just want to show you how easy it is. I can't get to my screen. Hang on. I have to get rid of this one first. Hang on. The banner up here, there it is. Whew, that was tough. Okay, so this is the actual Rodeo's application that I have open. As I said, there's an eligibility. You must be a Texas resident, citizen of the United States, as well as a high school senior. And here's something important. You can start your FAFSA application and create your FAFSA ID, and then creating your ID, once you get that application done, then you will need to submit your estimated financial commitment that's on that form. We used to have to require that you actually submit the FAFSA form, but because FAFSA opened so late this year, we waived that and said, well, all we need is that confirmation of your FAFSA submission, as well as your estimated EFC. And in addition to me and CCC, you can also go to your high school counselor. Every high school counselor is well-versed in applying for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Scholarship. So, and also there's the website that you can go to as well. And there's an email address as well as questions, phone number that you can do. All right. So as I said, when you start the application, it's going to say before you complete this application, you will need to have this. So, and I've got an application up and running, and I just want to go over some of the highlights of it. I would tell you that I completed this application except for the essay, which I'll go over. It took me an hour to complete this application except for the essay. So this is an easy application to get through. What you're applying for is a $20,000 scholarship, $2,500 per semester that goes towards your college tuition. You know, that's in addition to any financial aid or other scholarships that you're getting. So this is a great scholarship to apply for, and I highly encourage you to do that. If you haven't signed up yet and you're starting your application, make sure you use a non-school email address. Use your Gmail, Yahoo, or whatever. A little known fact is that we have people that we award scholarships to in May that either don't need it, so we give it to somebody else, have decided not to go to college, and go to military or something else. And so we have scholarships we're awarding through June. If you use your school address on this application, well, your school email address goes away in May, and we have no way of contacting you that, hey, you won a scholarship, and we have no way of getting in touch with you. So make sure you use like a Yahoo or Gmail account or something. The let's get to know you part, that's easy. That's just, I'm not even going to go over that, but that's your name, social security number, what high school you're attending, and so on. Tell us more about you. I'll just go into that real quick. Make sure there's none of my personal information on here. Yeah, are you a U.S. citizen? Were you born in the U.S.? Here's an important one. Are you dependent of a service member, military? If so, check yes, because there's an extra scholarship for that. Do you participate in the 4-H or FFA? If you do, check yes, because there's extra scholarships for that. Oh, gosh, I got to go back because there is one new scholarship this year. Let us know you. Down here, these are all standard things. Here, right here. Is your legal parent, step parent, or adoptive parent a show volunteer? We're giving out 10 scholarships this year to students who are the son or daughter of a show volunteer. So make sure this is very important that if you are, check yes, because that's another scholarship that you may be eligible for. So we have multiple scholarships that people are eligible for. You can only win one, but there are multiple ones that you could be eligible for. So let me go back to the main page and get into the actual application part. Okay, so school official contact information, that's your school counselor email address. Tell us a little bit about your college or university. We'll get into that next. Intended means where you intend to go. It doesn't mean that you're committed to that, but where you intend to go. We also ask if you a question on, are you a first generation college attendee? Those are things that we want to know. 55% of our winners last year were first time people in their family ever to go to college. So the scholarship you're applying for is a financial and academic need, financial needs and academic scholarship. So we do look at financial need. We look at your family background, how much they can put in. We look at your, your FAFSA score and how much is available to you. So we really want to look at a well-rounded person. It's not just meant for the people that are at the top of their class. It's people that are show initiative, as well as have a financial need, right? You do not have to major in agriculture or anything like that to apply for this scholarship, right? But these are just things that we want to know. It's not a requirement that you have to have any of this, like you're going to major in this for sure. So we're not going to come back to you a year from now and say, hey, you said you were going to major in psychology and you're not. That's not the purpose of it. All right. So the financial information, this is where you're going to enter your FAFSA information. One of the things is if you have already got more than $110,000 in financial aid from other colleges, universities, that's our limit. We really want to give scholarships to people that have a financial need. If you get $110,000 in grant scholarships and everything else, good for you. Congratulations, you have done a great job. But just to let you know that for someone that has reached that, we ask them that they understand that, okay? But let's get into the things that you need to know, the tips and tricks. Okay, the first question. So all of that first 6 questions shouldn't take you that long to fill out. Question number 7, show participation. Have you been involved in the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo? Please share your experience. A lot of people skip this section, but guess what? The question now is, this includes attending the rodeo concert performance, going to the carnival, are participating in an event or competition other than livestock or school art. So if you check yes to that because you went to the rodeo, it's going to ask you to add an event. Okay. In 2021, I attended the rodeo. I will tell you that most people skip this section, and they don't think about it because they think that participating in the rodeo means you did something like this, that you were in a judging contest, or you were a committee member, or you participated in some other contest. Look, even if you just do the rodeo run, if you did the rodeo run last year, or attended a carnival, or you went to the downtown parade, or you went to the barbecue contest, or you went to the concert, those count. So make sure, do not skip this one because we have too many people that say no to this, but should say yes because they went to the rodeo once, twice, or sometime over the last 4 years. So please make sure you check that one. Here is another one. Let's talk about if you are a livestock show exhibitor and horse show exhibitor, then make sure you fill that out. If you participated in school art, make sure you fill that out. There's questions there. If you haven't, you can skip that. But if you did, make sure you fill that out. Here's the 2 things that I want to talk about. 3, actually. The first is leadership, extracurricular activities, volunteer activities, and awards. Right? This is things that you did that you can add, the year that you did it, and you will say that you were in we have 2. We have one for school, which is this one, extracurricular activities in school. You were on the football team, you were on the softball team, you participated in UIL debate, you were in one-act play. You can list up to 8 activities here over the last 4 years. And we want you to list the most important ones first. So that's what we want. You've probably done more than this, but as it says up here, select multiple years for each activity. You could say you were on the baseball team for 4 years, right? And so you'd say baseball team 2000, 2001, or sorry, 2021, 2022, 23, 24, and so on. And you can list up to 8. List any awards, offices held, anything that you did school related in this up to 8. So that's one that I think pretty much everybody has that down. And if you're applying to colleges and other scholarships, just about everybody asks for that question. Now here's another one. Community activities, and this year they changed it to work experience. All right. List any jobs that you had. So I think you might have heard this story, but I had about I don't know, 5 years ago, we didn't used to have work experience on there. It used to say community activities. And about 5 years ago, a young woman came up to me and said, I'm not going to apply because I have no extracurricular activities. And I said, well, okay. And she goes, I'm too busy. And I said, well, what do you do after school? And she says, well, I have, 3 younger brothers and sisters. Both my parents work till, 7 or 8 at night. So I got to pick them up from school. I got to take them home. I help them with their homework. I'll get dinner ready. I was like, that's experience. That's work experience. That's what we're looking for. You're showing initiative. So if you have a job, if you've had a job, if you've helped out, you've done volunteer. So you can list up to 6 activities here. Whatever you did community service to help out with the church or anywhere. We want to make sure that you list all 6 of those here. All right. And if you had a job, please list that here. I worked after school 20 hours a week, or I had 2 jobs. So please list that here. Okay. A lot of people don't put their work experience on there for some reason, and they feel this maybe not important. It's like, it's very important. You're showing initiative in trying to support yourself, further your financial viability, pay for college, help your parents out, and everything else. All right. Now, This is another change that they made this year. We used to make you do 2 essays. And right now we make you do 1 essay. So let me see, Houston Rodeo Pillar. Okay. I might have to find it. Someone's waiting to get in, by the way, Thomas. There it is.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I'm going to have to look for that. So, and get it to you. So your 3 essay options are: discuss the time when you stepped up as a leader and its impact. How has education contributed to you, who you are today? And discuss a volunteering activity or experience that has been meaningful to you. You have 850 words that you can do in this essay. I would recommend you do this not do this in this box here. You can do it in a Word or Google Docs or some editing software. Have other people review it, make sure it's spell checked and everything else. Number 1, do not put any personal information in here about who you are, your name, your family's name, or anything else. To give you some insight, what we do is we get a bunch of volunteers together, and each of us gets an application. We read the application, and then we rank that application. And each application has 3 people that reviews it and ranks it. And then everybody does that for all the applications. If it has your name or personal name or your family name or something in there, that makes it difficult for us. And so please do not put any self-identifying names or anything in the essay, especially. That's where a lot of people put their essay stuff. So don't do that. Once you had it spell checked and everything, make sure then you paste it back into here. All right. And this is, by the way, is in Kaleidoscope. So as you go, your application is saved, but it doesn't hurt every time you do something to hit the save button. That could save you some personal anguish later if you did not hit the save button. So always hit the save button as often as possible. So those are the 3 things that are going to take you the longest to do: your leadership, your community activities, and the essay, the personal narrative. That's probably going to take you the most time to do. When you get to the document upload part, that's when you upload your essay, your FAFSA upload. And all this is upload the estimated SAI, your estimated, what's that, student aid index, to this, so that you should get a document from FAFSA on there, and that's where you upload that document. Okay. Again, you need any help with this, the Rodeo's there to help, and especially your school counselor knows all about this application. We work closely with all the school counselors to make sure they know how to do this and have the resources. There is a certification form that you have to sign. There is a parent or guardian form, and I want to show you this just so you know. Is the applicant 18 years or older? If you are, by January 31st, then you can sign it. All right. If you're not, well, guess what? Just click no, and your parent will sign it. Okay. So don't get frustrated if it says, "Oh, I'm not 18." It's okay. Just have your parents sign it. Okay. Because we have some people say, "Well, I'm not 18 yet." That's okay. A lot of people don't turn 18. My daughter didn't turn 18 until August after she graduated. So that's okay. The last thing is, do your review, right? Review and make sure you filled everything out. And if you want, print it out if you want. But by January 31st, as you can see, January 31st at 7:59 p.m., you have to hit that submit button. Do not hit that submit button until you're ready to submit. It's very difficult to go back and undo the submit button. So if you're going to do it, don't wait to the very end, but maybe 3 or 4 days before, make sure everything's ready, hit the submit button, and you will get a confirmation that it's been submitted. Okay. The reason I say 3 or 4 days or even a week ahead of time, if you can, is maybe there's a problem. Maybe your browser froze and you don't know if you submitted it or not. You can call the rodeo. You can call and email them and say, hey, did you get my submission? And they will let you know that it went through or not. Right. So just make sure, don't hit that submit button till the very end. And I did want to go into one more thing. 2023 scholarships. Oh, sorry. When you're writing your essay, make sure this is it. Oh, that's not it. Sorry. We have two. When you're writing your essay, think about the four pillars that we are looking for. We're looking for perseverance. Did you overcome challenges? We're looking for service. Did you give back to others? We're looking for character. We're looking for leadership. That's how I like to coach people in filling out the personal narrative, our essay, as I call it, is that's what we're looking for right here. And so try to weave that into your personal narratives in 850 words or less, because that's kind of what we're looking for. So to summarize, this is not a hard application to fill out. And it is a $20,000 scholarship, $2,500 per semester. I would highly recommend, if you qualify for it, 950 or 19 and top half of your class, to definitely apply for this scholarship. We want to give scholarships to people that want to go to college and also need a financial, part of it I said is part of our criteria is a financial needs based. All right. So we highly recommend that you apply. Every high school in the Houston and greater Houston area, the contiguous counties, are guaranteed at least one scholarship as long as someone meets the qualifications for it. And so we have high schools some year that no one applies, and so no one gets a scholarship. And some high schools get 3 or 4 because another high school no one applied for it. So please apply. Tomas, any last questions or anything I could answer?
No, I think unless class, do you guys have any questions? I think my question was, do you get a leg up if is there some advantage of filling out that you did go to a rodeo, concert, barbecue?
Yeah,
That was kind of
yeah, there is, because when it comes down to 2 applications, if we're going to give $20,000 to someone, are we going to give to someone that never went to the rodeo, or are we going to give it to someone that at least attended the rodeo?
sure.
Right?
Yeah, that makes
And
sense. Yeah.
if you're asking us for money, we want to know that you're interested in us. And so that's why
Right.
the question is in there. We're not asking that did you raise a steer, right? Did you go?
Yeah.
It's not mandatory, absolutely not. But sometimes, between 2 applications are so close, we'll use that as a criteria.
Nice. No, thank you so much for the information, Larry. Unless we have any more questions, I think we're all done.
I'd like to leave you on just one note. I don't know if I told you this last time. I grew up in a very small town in Texas, only had 25 people in my graduating class. I grew up on a farm. No one in my family had ever gone to college. And I got a scholarship, not the rodeo, but I did get a scholarship that allowed me to go to the University of Texas. And I never in my life thought that I'd go to college. And I went to University of Texas, graduated, and then went on and got my master's degree. I got my master's degree in guidance and counseling and became a therapist. I never thought when I was in high school as a senior that one day I would be where I am today. But that first scholarship I got and other people believing in me and then going to college and saying, wow, I can do this. It's not as hard as I thought it was. I just got to study. go talk to my professors. The professors were so helpful. I'd say, hey, can you help me with this? They would sit down. I thought professors were like, oh, you can never talk to them. And so I just encourage you to, college is for you, go for it, right? You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish.
That's right. That's right. No, great parting words. I think that's really the message that we give all of our students is that really the sky's the limit. And if you didn't think that you could get something accomplished, that we're here to help you. And that they've got plenty of resources to make that happen. So thank you again, Larry, for
Thank you
spending
all.
time with us today. Great parting words, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you so much.
You too.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for rolling with the punches. We'll go ahead and did anybody have any questions or find that information useful? I think whenever you get a chance to look at have somebody walk you through the process, it makes it a little bit less daunting when you go and take a look at it. So hopefully everyone will fill out the rodeo scholarship and hopefully somebody gets it. Just so it's not right. Yeah. Yes.